Flosstube, welcome back to my channel for Flosstube number 42. These numbers are just like getting higher and higher so fast. Anyway, hope you guys have had a great week, a nice weekend. This is my first Flosstube on a Sunday, and it's going to be every Sunday from now on. I just find it a little less, because I've never always completed all the challenges by Friday. Usually by Sunday I have, and today I have. So I can kind of share all my challenges with you this week. We've had a quiet week, apart from the washer man coming to fix our washing machine on Friday. You don't realise how much you miss something until it's gone. And not having a washing machine has been a nightmare, because you're supposed to be socially distant from other households. And I kind of used the opportunity to go and see my grandson. My son said, if you've got a load of washing, bring it over. So I did, and I just sat in the conservatory while they were, and I had cuddles for the second time since he's been born, and he's 4 weeks old now. I'm hoping this coronavirus doesn't stay around too long, because I'm just missing out on, I say I'm missing out, but I suppose I'm not. He rings me such a lot on FaceTime, and we spend ages chatting and listening to him, blubber away. Anyway, this week I managed to complete 5 prompts. Magical stitches were making it easy on everyone, because they knew it was going to be Thanksgiving for a lot of the US people. So they were only giving away. They were only setting one challenge, and that was to just stitch 200 stitches. And the prompt they gave was pretty much, you could tie it to anything, pretty much. I hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I know a lot of you are very up on that with family and everything, so I hope you all had an amazing time despite everything that's going on. Right, first thing, what did I link? That was it, my new start. And I buried it. The prompt that Magical Stitches gave this week was stitch on something that could be made out of silk, or a project that you are using silk threads on. I don't have silk threads. I've never tried silk threads. I think I might have to. But I just basically, this has got animals in it, so who wouldn't like a piece of silk with animal print on, And it was this one that I am stitching for Kelly. It's Amy Stewart's. I'm trying to cut it. I'm sorry, it's getting dark already, and I've been waiting for Ellie all afternoon. But yeah, it's Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's called Minnie the Amazing Animal Kingdom. And I started, as I always do, in the top left-hand corner. And this week, I never added them all up. Do you know what? I think I already know this, because I text Kelly 2,110 stitches. She didn't ask me to give her updates, but I do. And I said 2,110 stitches. I think that was by Friday, and I haven't had a chance to get it out again. So she's well impressed with how much I've done in the past week. But like anyone, when you get a new start, you kind of get that crave to stitch on it, and that's pretty much the way it went. So it got a lot done, and I managed to tie it in. It was only 200 stitches for that prompt, but I actually did 703 that day. And then I carried on, just kept going after that. So yeah, that's my new start. That is on 25 count cream Lugana, I think it is. And I keep it in the bag that all the threads were in, because I have no more project bags at the minute. So that's that one. And I put all my projects this week over there, so I'm not constantly looking over my shoulder over this side. Okay, so that was it for Magical Stitches. It was just 200 stitches. They were giving everyone kind of a break for Thanksgiving. Then Enchanted Stitching, stitch on a piece you set aside for another piece. Now, the first thing that came to my mind for that was my Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. And I don't have a picture of the full thing. but I can show you this week's. Which way again? It's that way up. This is this week's, November's. I completely forgot about this bit right here. I just went straight up and worked all my way across. And it is stitched on 22 count cream, I think, even weave. Or is it Ada? No, it's Ada. 22 count Ada. And it's stitched with DMC 115 garnet, I think it's called. It's variegated thread. Whoops. I'll have a look in a minute how many I did, but when I picked it up, I was actually right at the top here, I think. It was somewhere near there, so I managed to go all the way up and round. Did I write it anywhere? 395. No, because I then did 452 on Friday, so whatever the maths is on that. But that was one of those that I just couldn't put down. Once I picked it up, that was it. It was out for the day. So that's how. Just sit me out. Smart. The next thing. Stitch on any piece you want. I don't remember what I used for that. Do me a favour, I'll pass my tablet, please. I'll move on to the next one. Stitch on a piece that reminds you of your childhood and explain. So for that one, I opted for my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, because who hasn't been read fairy tale stories when they were young? I need to go. I did get into the habit of writing them all out, what I was working on for what, and I've just missed that one for some reason. No. Yeah, stitch on any piece you want. No, that was Kelly's as well, so I covered 2 prompts with that, with the 700 odd stitches. So I've shown you that already. So the childhood one, I chose my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, like I said, because who hasn't been read fairy tales when they were young? Now this is still in its case because I've been working on it this morning, and I'm carrying on with it because it fits my monthly prompt for full coverage fanatics. Whoa, no, stitch yourself. I can see what you can see. So I have been, let me just get this comfortable, doing more of the background around that triangle and around the arch, and then I've been filling in, there's some lilac up here that I've done, and then I started filling in this tent like thing here, and like I said, it's still in its thing. That is the chart. There's the tent thing. Wahey. No, that's the little tent thing. Yeah, I was just started on, and I had to use number 1, DMC number 1. That's the new ones, isn't it? And trying to see that on white Ada, it's only a slight off-white, like a grey. You can't see it. You really can't see it. So I got that done out of the way. But that one has had rather a lot, hasn't it? Yeah, over 1,000 stitches, about 1,500 stitches this week. Well impressed with myself. That also covered the final prompt, which was stitch on a piece that has both humans and animals in it, because there's a princess, there's 2 princesses at the top, and then further down there's a dragon, so that covered both bases with that one. Apart from that, things that didn't fit. Felicia, I put her on the floor. I knew that. I've stitched on Felicia this week. Oh, on the app. So, here she is. And last time I spoke to you, I was doing all this black for her hair, and I just carried on pretty much. So loving doing her hair. It's only an outline, but It's not something you have to really concentrate on. So, I'm not sure. About 500. It's about 500. Excuse me, 500 stitches gone in on her this week. And I'm loving it because you can see her mouth and her eyes. I haven't finished her eye on this side, but I'm coming back down to that from that side. I was just trying to fill in all the little gaps here that have got little stitches here and there. But she is looking amazing. This is stitched on .22 count, I believe. I haven't got my thing that tells me, but I'm sure, I think it's 22 count cream. Just stay there. I'll sort it out after. Yeah, so what else? One more. There we go. The last thing I worked on this week was my pandemic. Sorry, I'm checking my piece of paper. I didn't do too much. I've got threads everywhere sitting in these bags. And I'm going to have to serge the edges on this because it's just getting out of control now. They are fraying. Well, you can see how much fray there has been so far. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Let's take the thread. Now, pandemic this week has had just 392 stitches. So I have been... My belly's making some noises. I apologise if you can hear that. This, I think I had... It was like diagonal there, done. So I've dropped and I've done that and up into here. And this little butterfly. Forgot to show you the chart again. I'm sure you've all seen it anyway. Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. So yeah, I am just here, moving up into this right here. And I still thoroughly enjoy it when I get it out. I'd say I enjoy all of mine when I get them out. But this week has been a bit... Purely only on my Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart. I knew I needed to get it out because I'd earmarked it for a prompt, but knowing I need to get it out and actually wanting to get it out and stitch on it are two different things. So I kind of forced myself, and then today I just found my rhythm and there we go. So I have also been taking part in Full Coverage Fanatics Wheel of Fortune for November, where you had to stitch, you had a choice, I think it was something like 50, 100, 250 or 500 stitches per letter in the set of words that you chose. There was 3 groups of words and you chose which group you wanted to use and how many stitches. I went for the 500 stitch per letter option. I've got till Monday midnight, I think, to complete it. I have completed Celebrate, which was my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. That's had a lot of work. That completed that one. If I'm right, Holidays, I'm using Kelly's for, or is it Gifts? Go back. I get so lost with these. So yeah, as you can see. Nope, wait. Let's turn that way down. Thank you. That's a little better. See, Celebrate was my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which, as you can tell, I got tons done. I don't know what my tablet's doing. Okay. The second word was Holidays. That's what I was using for Kelly's. No, that's what I was using Kelly's for. No. No. Holidays was Fairy Tale. Felicia. That's what I did it for. I had the 2,500 stitches to do for the word Gifts. And I completed that. As you can see where I started. I was just coming up to her arm and I managed to fill all that for that. Then I am using Kelly's cross stitch for the word traditions, which is 5,000 stitches, and I've only done 2,110 so far. I'm not saying I'm going to complete this monthly challenge, but I'm going to keep going. Oh my gosh, I'm so warm. The other house put the heating on, there's a radiator right behind me. So I still have, so I've got Celebrate Holidays doing, Gifts is finished, Traditions, and Family is the other one, which I need another 3,000 for, which I haven't actually earmarked anything for, and I haven't actually stitched on anything for it. So I've got today and tomorrow, so I can't see that I'm going to manage the family word, but the Once Upon a Fairy Tale is covering another one. That was Traditions. That was 5,000 stitches, I think. And so far, I've only done just over 1,000, not including today's, bearing in mind. I haven't included today's. Oh, and yesterday's, 1,500. I don't think I'm going to manage to finish them, but I'm on a roll today, so we'll just see where it goes and how far I get. If I don't get all the way, I don't get all the way, you know. Wow, that's gone cold quick. Right. I actually had, just for one day, I think, she stitched with me this week. And she has a new start as well. She wanted this Snowflake Fairy Tale by Melissa Dawn, charted by HAED. Now, I had a piece of fabric, 18 count, but it was only 10 by 18 inches, I think, something like that. But she said she didn't want to do this half. She wasn't bothered about the lamp either, and she wanted me to just cut off the edge on that side. And do you know what? As soon as I did that, it fitted on this piece of fabric that I had. And there's a lot of black, there's a lot of 939, there's a lot of blues. Now this is done on 18 count, like I just said, the 18 count piece I had. And this is her start. Do you happen to know how many you did, Ali? You're going to say no now, aren't you? I remind her when she puts her cross stitch down, mark your stitches, because I have, now this is from Scattered Squirrel. I think that's what that says. I have one of these, and every day I write the initial of what I've worked on and how many in brackets. So this month is quite full. And I remind her when she puts it down, sort of before tea, before she goes upstairs, see to your cross stitch, because she leaves it strewn across the settee, so no one can sit down downstairs. And mark your stitches, because at the end of the week it's nice to know how many you've done, and then if I can share that with you guys. How many have you done?
185.
185. Wow, that looks less. But yeah, it fits literally. I can work with that as long as I see to that fraying and stop it fraying anymore. Now, I can't actually remember how far down it goes, but I've gridded it to there anyway. I think I needed to buy a new pen. I think my pen's running out. But I like that blue. And she's found her comfortable is 18. She actually likes this one, don't you? The count. She does. I asked her when she was stitching on it, I said, it's better and easier, isn't it? She said, yeah. So I think she's found her comfortable, which is 18. So that's it stitching wise. And as for everything else, I haven't touched my blanket this week because I've ran out of wool. Excuse me, indigestion. Yeah, I've run out of wool. I've got another ball on the way. Hopefully that one ball will cover it now so I can finish it. I actually sent them, because it's my nephew's blanket, my brother's son. I sent him a photo the other day just because he asked me, like, February, March time. No, before then. For a blanket, and that's when we discussed what it was going to be. And I sent them a picture Saturday, just to show you I haven't forgot, and it is on the way. And he messaged me back going, oh my God, we'd forgot, so it wouldn't have mattered. But anyway, they liked it. They said, any idea when they're going to get it? Not that they were pushing me, It was just that he was going to be away from, I think, the 20th of December. He's going to his mum's for Christmas. And I just said, I'm hoping to have it done before then, because it's been sat there so long now already. And it needs to be over and done. I get to that point when I'm like 3/4 of the way down the blanket. All I've got to do now is a couple of plain rows and put his name in it in that like bright aqua blue. So hopefully the ball might not get here till Tuesday, Wednesday, so I might actually have a blanket finished to show you next week. So plans for next week, I don't actually know, because next week is December. Oh my God. And tomorrow I just plan to stitch. Tomorrow is my birthday and I don't celebrate it anymore just because it's another number past 40 and I don't need to be telling everybody how old I am. But yeah, my birthday tomorrow, so I'm just going to be sitting back, stitching, trying to catch up on the full coverage words Wheel of Fortune challenge. We'll see. I'm going to jump back on my Once Upon a Fairy Tale in a minute. Other than that, I haven't been to check out the prompts for this week, but I know a lot of stitching is going to get done, and a blanket if I can manage it, if the ball comes in time. So other than that, I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I hope you have a great week. We will, just plodding on as we do. And I will catch you on Wednesday for my whip and chat. If not, it'll be for my Flosstube again next Sunday. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.